This is James Helder for the Cassius and Helder Show here on BoxNation. Quite fortunate enough to be joined by Peter Fury, trainer to heavyweight king, self-proclaimed Gypsy King, and now man of the people, Tyson Fury, and obviously Hughie Fury. How are you, Peter?
I'm very good, James.
It's very good to see you, sir.
And you. Pleasure, always.
Caught up.
It is, it's been a long while, but we're here now, back in action, again.
Indeed. How has Hughie Fury's preparation been? We know he's out on the 30th on the BoxNation card. Looking to make a big statement, Hughie?
Yeah, he's doing what he does. He's in the gym, he's training every day. He's not had any breaks really, so I think he had a couple of days off. He was back in the gym, so he's ready for his 30th. First major title for Hughie, so which, as Frank said, puts him in the top 5 in the world. So he's getting in the mix. He'll be 20-0, God willing. So it's all heading in the right direction.
How much can you tell us about Hughie Fury's opponent on the 30th? Who will we be in with?
Well, his name's Frederick Cassie. He's 18 wins, 4 losses, but you know people need to look at his losses because he got a draw against Areola, which he won that fight clearly, and then he fought Dominic Brazili, which many people think he beat him as well. And Dominic Brazili is up and coming star in the heavyweight division in America, so he's not a mug, and he's not a guy you're going to look great against because he can slip, he can slide. You know, he switches from orthodox, southpaw. He's a nightmare of a guy, to be honest. And he's very underrated. He's a Cameroon. He doesn't sell. So this is why he gets robbed a bit in his fights. But it's the type of fights that we want Hughie Fury having at this stage in his career. So he's having difficult fights that he's not going to look terrific against, because these are the type of guys you're not going to look good against. So a lot of promoters won't put these guys in with young talents because they want to build them up as a bright star. They want people knocking them over. But that's not what I'm about. I'm in this for the longevity of it. And learning Hughie's trade, absolutely first class. And he needs these type of opponents to get the best out of him, because ultimately, forget the big punch. When you're on a world level, that big punch, when that doesn't happen, where's your backup? So Hughie's learning everything he possibly can, getting the right fights, and it's all about Hughie Fury shining when his world title fight comes. These are learning processes. So he's on the right track, he's doing everything properly, he's doing everything I've asked of him, so we're happy, he's on the right track.
I mean, Tyson Fury, the fight has been announced. Tyson Fury, Wladimir Klitschko 2 in Manchester. It's been here on BoxNation July the 9th. It's massive for the country, massive for BoxNation. How satisfying is it for yourself knowing that it's all confirmed, the television's sorted, everything's going ahead?
It's majorly satisfying. We're absolutely over the moon with it. There's been a lot of negotiations going on, i.e. broadcasters, this and that. I did hear things from Eddie, about Sky didn't want the fight. That's not true at all. Sky wanted it for the 4th of June. We can't say that. And through different reasons, I think RTL and people like this, not sure if Dave was ready. But then July, BoxNation, Frank Warren, Bill Ives, they stepped in and they secured this fight. So we're very happy with it. They've stepped up to the mark, so we're over the moon with it.
We saw Anthony Joshua in action last weekend, becoming the IBF heavyweight world champion. What do you make of Anthony Joshua as a world champion, Peter?
Well, he's not put a foot wrong, and he did in that fight what was a spectacular performance, in my view. Look, I can't speak. Charles Martin didn't really show a lot, to be honest. And what can I say? But is that because Joshua was super good, or is it because the opponent's poor? My view of it, the opponent, I don't know, left himself in America. He was a shell of a man getting in there, even eyes shut, walking into a right hand, so it was bizarre, but look, he can only beat who's in front of him, Joshua, and he's doing everything right, and he's the IBF world champion. Look, if I could have my fighter, Hughie, and do exactly the same thing with that opponent, great, this is boxing. Give the lad all the credit he's due, so full respect to him, he's doing a great job, and we just look forward to Tyson getting past Wladimir, God willing, and getting on with Joshua next. We want the fight. Let's get it on. Let's just see how good he is.
How big could potentially Tyson Fury v Anthony Joshua be, regardless of platform, sponsorships, in boxing terms, how big is that fight?
I think it's a super fight. I think it's an absolute mega fight. That's the fight the British fans want to see. You know, you've got Tyson Fury, who will be, when he beats Klitschko, the best fighter on the planet. You know, AJ, he's got the British public captured. You know, for that alone, it's massive. And, you know, there's a lot of doubts. There's a lot of things going on. Let's see. Let's see who is the best. Let's pit them together. But it's great for British boxing. We've got two world champions in the same country at the same time. So how good is it? So I've got maximum respect for their side. I'm over the moon because we want this fight. And we, you know, God willing, Tyson comes through. But our main, for me, looking at it as somebody in boxing, my main concern is Wladimir Klitschko. He's a real threat for Tyson. You know, that's what I see out there. But when we get past Tyson, get it on with Joshua's team, you know, let's get this fight made. You know, they said they want it. Let's get it on for October, November.
On that note, Peter Fury, it's great to get you back on BoxNation, the channel of champions. Thank you for giving Cassius Snelder some of your time today, sir. And we look forward to catching you up before the 30th, no doubt.
It's good, and it's great to be back on BoxNation. We're going to continue a long relationship here. Get Huey, show Frank Warren with Mick Hennessy. They're going to get Huey coming through. So it's all good. Happy days.
Thank you very much for your time today, Pete.
Thank you.